For daily ask Reddit, married people of Reddit, what was something you found on your spouse's phone that made you think they were cheating, but turned out to be completely innocent? My wife found a contact in my phone for Ashley Madison literally the week after the hacking scandal. She's the wife of the new assistant pastor at our church that my wife hadn't met yet. I was texting her because I was going to meet the moving truck at their house for them when they moved in. My wife started acting really sneaky for some weeks, having sudden go-outs with her friends, having some private spending and asking for money, getting home from work really late. The last straw was that suddenly she blocked her phone. We had our phones unlocked, or we knew each other passwords. We were really respectful of our privacy. But she began responding messages on the night, taking phone calls outside the house and that kind of stuff. The very day that I was going to ask her what was happening, she threw me a surprise birthday party like 10 days before my actual birthday, because on those days she booked a vacation to the beach, secretly negotiated vacation days with my boss, and got a granny to take care of the kids. All under my nose. I was the one accused actually. We both grew up super lower income, and when we first started dating we went to a huge birthday party and started talking about how we never had a big party like this growing up. So when her first birthday of our relationship came around, I snuck around for a week. I came off super shady, I guess, throwing her a huge surprise party. I saved like 3 weeks of pay from a shitty delivery driver job. I was careful to never text anyone with the word party, so I texted a mutual friend who worked at a really nice bakery who was sneaking me a expensive cake for half price. Girlfriend is heading to work. Can I come now? She replied, yeah, my boss is gone for a bit, so make it quick. My girlfriend came to break up with me and walked into a surprise party. Still together 6 years later. I was looking at something on Reddit with my girlfriend on her phone, and suddenly this app notification pops up with "You've matched with Tom" or something. We've been together for years, so I've not seen Tinder, but I've heard of it. For about 3 seconds I was silently furious. So I tapped the notification, and it brought up Pinterest. Turns out Pinterest matches you with people with similar interests or something. I think that's the quickest I've gone through such a range of intense emotions. Wife texted "I love you John" to me. My name is not John. So I just stared at my phone in disbelief until I realized that H, N, and J are all next to each other on a keyboard. It was all just a typo. She actually tried texting "I love you Hon," but she misspelled Hon, which was auto-corrected to John, and she didn't catch it before hitting send. Or after hitting send for that matter. My wife and I had a good laugh when I pointed it out that evening. Not me, but my aunt and uncle. When my aunt got her first phone with a camera, my 12-year-old cousin loved using it to take pictures, and one day decided to take a picture of his junk. Sometime later my uncle was looking through my aunt's photos to find the picture of the family he wanted to have printed, and he saw the pic of my cousin's Johnson, and immediately got upset, started yelling, crying, the whole nine. My aunt had no clue how a picture of someone's junk ended up on her phone. They were arguing in the kitchen when my cousin walks in, sees the picture. My uncle was holding the phone while yelling, casually says, "Hey, that's a picture of my penis," and then walks out of the room. My aunt and uncle just stared at each other for a few minutes before going to have a talk with my cousin. A buddy of mine and his wife had this text exchange. He at work, her in her car using voice to text that reads it back to you before sending. What are we doing for dinner? Should I stop at the store and get something or order sandwiches? Him, that works. Do you want meatball? Him, who's Paul? Meatball, meatball, do you want meatball? They laughed and laughed. Not married but been together 8 years. Recently her phone started going off at weird times at night and she'd always shuffle about to answer it. Seemed suspicious cause I've seen her sleep through phone calls from hospitals, parents and anyone else. Nothing used to get her moving if she didn't want to be. After a week or two it started vibrating and she actually didn't wake up for once. I couldn't help myself and had a peek. She had started playing Simpsons Tapped Out again on her phone. All the vibrations were her characters coming back from missions and whatnot. Turned out she wasn't keeping secrets or hiding anything. She just wanted to get the missions done without spending money on speeding the game up.